want to talk about what it cost me to build this truck. I bought the truck. It was running and driving. Had a Chevy small block and a 350 trans in it. I bought the truck for $4,000. Then I bought a 97 5.9 12 LP pump Cummins for $2,000. And they guaranteed it was a good running engine, which it was. Then I bought a 47 RH transmission that was already built with triple disc torque converter and all that good stuff for $2,000. And that came with an original Dodge torque converter or a transfer case and drive shaft, which I didn't end up using. Then I spent $300 on the MP205 that was on the Chevy. And what I did is I made the front end to fit on the Dodge 47 RH. And that cost me about $300 for the adapter housing, the sleeve, and an input shaft. So on the front end of that T-case, that is basically a Dodge T-case, and on the output end, that's all original Chevy. So therefore, I could use all my Chevy drive shafts and kept everything original on that side. Engine mount and cross member for that Cummins, that sent me back about $700. But the cool thing about that cross member is it's removable. So if you ever have to drop the oil pan, I can unbolt the cross member, I can remove the oil pan, and then put everything back together. I wanted to have something like that because I dealt enough with Fords with their 7.3s, and if you ever have to take that oil pan off, it's just a bear because it's almost an impossible job because of that cross member. So I didn't want to build a truck and then run into something stupid like that. So I wanted to make sure that was taken care of. Only have to replace a couple injectors. That was $200. Front leaf springs with 2-inch lift, so the truck would sit flush. That was $400. Then I converted the rear drum brakes for disc brakes, and that was about a $400 job there to get that done in parts. And then the next big expense was the Dakota Digital, and I went with the VHX series for the dash. That was $750. But it makes wiring extremely easy. All my gauges work. I've got RPM, I've got oil pressure, all those things with original. I was able to use original sensors or the Dakota Digital supplied sensors to go with that dash. And like I said, it made wiring extremely easy, and I think it really looks good. So that all combined in total was $10,750. In parts, like small stuff, all the receipts, like gaskets, bolts, nuts, sensors, wiring, all those little things. I totaled all the receipts up that I saved, and that was about $3,500. I did sell the Chevy small block and transmission, so I got $1,500 out of that. So wait a second. So the total build, including buying the truck and all the receipts and all that, was $14,250. I sold the Chevy small block and transmission for $1,500. So as of right now, the way this truck sits, I've got $1,200 and $12,750 in it. What did I all do? I went completely through the engine, through the top end and the bottom end. First thing I did was compression tests, stuff like that. And that was perfect. So I felt because the compression test was good, I didn't have to take the head off. I didn't have to worry about piston rings or any of those things. But I did check all the bearings on the lower end. I did check the injectors, which I said I had to replace 2 of them because they didn't pass the injector pop test. I completely rebuilt the front end, so it's got all new bushings, all new wheel bearings, all that stuff. And then I checked the front and rear differentials, make sure all that was in good shape. And yeah, and the reason why I went with the Chevy MP205 transfer case was so I could use the Chevy drive shafts. And like I said, I only had to spend a couple $100 in order to make that Chevy drive T-case work on the Dodge transmission. So, tips and tricks. My first mistake was just buying an engine and buying a truck, and basically forgot about, oh, it will be easy to find a transmission. Yeah. It took me 6 months, almost 6 months, to find a 47RH transmission. So check on both, and like I said, don't forget about the transmission. That's one of those things that a lot of people, I think, don't think about, but the transmission is just as important as the engine. And then the next thing is to think about is wiring and your dash, so you can make all your gauges work. I spent an awful lot of time in researching that, asking questions, and on Facebook, stuff like that, and reading people's comments in online on forums and stuff like that. So it takes a lot of work, but once you get it figured out, it's really not all that bad. Next thing is, don't be worried about wiring. It's not as hard as you think, as long as you know what you're doing. And you have to read and you have to do your homework. But once you do that, it won't be all that bad. So, yeah. So with that being said, for what the truck is today and what I got in it, runs, drives like a dream. I've got $12,750 in it, and that's including the truck. I don't think that is too bad. So for what I got, I'm very happy with it. And now the next step will be body work and paint and interior. So yeah, I got more coming on that because we're going to do that probably this winter on this truck, if I got to guess. So I got to do the majority of the body work. I am not good with paint, so I'll probably have somebody paint it for me. But I do have to change, replace some floor pans, stuff like that. So there's more videos coming up on this and how I do it. So, all right, guys, please like and subscribe. It helps out the channel a lot. And we're going to catch you on the next one. Peace out.